Hello and welcome back at Pektis Studio. Today I want to show you some new informations about our game Battle of the Knollen, which maybe will arrive this year. Now it's already 2026. Happy New Year to everybody who sees this at the beginning of the year. And I want to give you short information about the different nations. We already had like two nations. One is led by Luminos, the healer, and by Myra, the mage nation of the mage nation. I changed the name because it was maybe a little bit too connected to fire, and I didn't want that. So you can see the game is still a little bit in process, and I'm still developing, and it's not so 100% everything is like it will be in the end. Yeah, I want to show you today some informations and new informations about the game. Maybe first as a brief instruction and a brief idea. Here you can see the realm of Tuberia in the middle, the mother tube, where all the different nations are located, led by the heroes of their nations. Here is the Crossy Spiel, here's Spot Valley, here's the Fried Desert. And today we want to look about the Spot Valley and the Fried Desert, two big nations. And the basic idea of the game is it's like a trick-taking game where you play hand cards. And if you win the trick, you can manipulate the trick by playing abilities of your heroes. And also you can collect these cards to reactivate abilities, maybe later gain more items to help you fight. But the final aim is to reach the top of the mountain, because there's a battle, there's a tube, the Knolle of Macht, Knolle of Mighty, Knolle is like the German word for spout. The Knolle der Macht arrived at the top of the mountain, and now the different nations are battling. It will be in the center. This is like also more like a sketch how it could be. So it's in the center, and everybody tries to fight against each other to be first at the tube of power or tube of might. On the way, they have to fight against other monsters. And so the cards you win out of the tricks can help you to use your abilities to fight against these monsters, or about the other people to collect the cards you need, or reactivate your abilities. Yeah, like I said, today we want to look to Spot Valley and the Fried Desert. Here we are in the center of Spot Valley. We have Groll. Groll, you can see he's very cocky. He's very angry, and the game is a little bit based from the class, is a little bit on it's inspired by World of Warcraft. You can see he is a typical tank. He's very strong. He's very powerful, and that's also this. You can also see that in his abilities, which are more connected to the strengths of a warrior. For example, here it's his passive ability, double shell. So when you play it like you play cards from your hand in the center, and there's different mechanics. For example, if his passive ability is triggered, he can take two cards of his color back to the side, not to the center or to the winning cards, but he can take them back to the side, and it allows him to play them later like hand cards, but they are actually not hand cards. It's like blocking these cards of his color for himself to use them whenever he wants. That's his passive ability. His active abilities are also more based on, let's look in English, on the strengths of a warrior. You can also see here's the development of the art. I use mostly AI. I sketch it a little bit and then use AI to bring the units to life. Afterwards, Echo changed everything and sit there for hours to actually draw them in the final art, so that she has a lot of work with it. So you can see here he can block damage. He can play cards to his hand, or he can choose monsters fight, because it's like a way up to the mountain. You have to fight against monsters in different levels. so he can resolve monsters that he can fight them with his build-up army. Another thing I would like to have, or it also will depend later how it works, are different classes. So the warrior is more like the defensive playing style of the Blue Nation. Here you can see a bard. He will have more the abilities of support other units, or so he can make units maybe more stronger. The other one makes them weaker. He can make himself stronger or others. Also think about a cooperative mode later for the game. Yeah, he would be more like, so I like that in every nation there would be like a mixture. You can choose at the beginning of the color, do I want to play more defensive or aggressive or supportive? Yeah, there's also, of course, everybody will have some hand cards at the beginning. Here you can see will be displayed like the 1, 2, and 3 cards. Here we have 5 and 6, and every card of the 7, 8, 9 is like completely different looking, more based on the hero. So these here are more related to the others and look a little bit more basic. Also, we can look up how they look. Give me a second here. Yeah. You can see these look very similar, but in the end, the level 7, 8, 9 units, they look more based on your hero. And also you can see these little icons at the bottom. It means because in normal trick-taking games, the lower numbers are very useless. In this case, these numbers will trigger the passive ability of the heroes if they come into play. You don't have to play them yourself. It's also when somebody else plays these cards, you get a small advantage, but it also makes you to use your abilities more and your passive abilities. Because if it's played more often than you didn't use it, then like the chance to use it is gone, or or you just able to use it less. Yeah, that's the first one. And yeah, now I will show you the second nation. It's in the White Desert. Again, here to give you a great rough idea. So it's more like a hot nation. They are more connected to the soil, to the mother potato, where everything comes from. And there we have Brutzler, the shaman. He plays a little, in my head so far, he plays a little bit different. I can show you how I design games in a way a little bit. For me, it's very, I think about more thematic first and make the story and draw pictures. And then I came up with Excel sheets, which my colleagues hate. But for me, it helps me very much to balance stuff. So I want him to give different kind of tokens. And maybe like I said, there's will be different ways how to play the game. First, in this case, you fight together. And later, there will be a bigger power that force all the potatoes to work together. So you can see if he plays his cards, he can hire his hand cards on it. Normally it's 5. You can set it up to 6. If he switches different totems, he can make himself stronger. So every card he plays is stronger, or maybe make monsters weaker he wants to fight against. So to change the different cards, you have to spend cards you win from the tricks to reactivate this. Yeah, this will be Brutzler, and then we have, of course, his little help units, which will help him fight through the battles. You can see Echo made it very nice because they are fried in the sun. The logo you can see on their cloth. And this is their level 9 unit. They are always a little bit based on their hero. And so far I developed not this character completely like the bard from the Blue Nation. This, what was the name? Morva. I'm better with names in real life, and even if I make them up. We have Morva. She will be a blood mage, so she can get the starch out of the soil and out of other potatoes. Why them? Yeah, but this is a rough sketch so far. Yeah, that's it. A brief update on the development of the different nations and heroes of the different nations in Tiberia. It would be nice if you maybe follow us on our campaign on Gamefound. I will put a link also in the description. or you can also look at our website. There will be some information. Sometimes they're not up to date. Like here you can see this was Pyra. Pyra's name will be changed because Pyra is more like fire. I want to put the Fire Nation more to the south, to the white places. So this will be in the end more arcane mage. If you would look this direction, in this, if you think in this class instead of a fire mage, yeah, here with the priest, luminous. Also, the names are not set yet. Maybe I will make in the end a survey to ask what you guys like the most. And if you have ideas, which other heroes, because still looking for a damage dealer for the Blue Nation and for the Fire Nation, I'm looking for a tank. If you have ideas for different heroes of the different nations, please put them in the comments, send them us over, contact us forms. If you like to playtest, then also come and just write us. I'm always looking for playtesters. Oh, 200. Yeah. What else can I say? Thank you very much for looking at our videos and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.